Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Big elephant in the room, I changed my hair. We're back to like a normal color. And I am honestly so happy with it. I am so happy with it. I missed being my basic brown self. So we are back to my natural-ish, but I love it so much. It's a little lighter, needs to be toned again, but that's fine. This is the Deca Panning Project Pan update. I want to say this is the 5th update. This is my June update for my Project Pan. I am filming this on the 23rd of June right now, so I'm a couple days late from when this should have gone up, but it's fine. We're getting back on track to the correct time. It's going to take next month. My next month update should be all set and all on pace for the right time. First of all, let me just tell you what this project is. This was a project that was started by Emily from Emily and Max. Her channel is going to be linked over here in the description box. There is so many people doing it. It is a collaborative effort. So we are all doing this project kind of the same way, but we all pick different products because it's a prompt-based project. So it's a prompt-based project all centered around a deck of cards. I have already shuffled mine, but I will give it another shuffle. I have Star Wars cards. I'm going to just show you. Look at that. That's Miss Rey from the newer movies. How fun. So we're just going to shuffle this again since I looked at that bottom card. But this is a project that's centered around a deck of cards and a game board. And this was inspired by a booktuber by the name of Books with Maddie, and she does this for her to be read list, and Emily thought this was a great idea for a panning project, and the community agreed. It's a great project for a panning project. So there is a game board that gets shuffled every month on the 10th. Emily does the wonderful work of shuffling the game board. So every month the prompts and like how the categories are listed might be on the game board again, but it might be in a different category. Now, all of the face cards are going to be the same throughout the year. The red or heart and diamond are going to be one kind of category, and then the black ones or the clubs and spades are going to be a different category. But those two category lists stay the same all year. I also have a joker in my deck, and I'm going to show you the joker that is not in my deck because there's 2 jokers in my deck of cards. So a joker also means, are you joking? It's like a product you do not want to pan. Last month, we added a +1 item into it, so my first product I had comes in this guy here, and it was for the prompt Spotlight a Panner. And for that, I probably made a mistake in what I picked for this, but not a mistake for who I wanted to spotlight. But I ended up spotlighting Linda from Linda Loves Life. She is incredible at panning, and she is very determined in her panning. She will... And what I picked was a black eyeshadow for her. And if you've watched any bit of her channel, you know that she will completely pan a black eyeshadow. Like, she will diligently work on it until that puppy is gone. So I ended up picking a single black eyeshadow. Technically, it's not a single, but I ended up picking a black eyeshadow that is depottable from a palette. And it's from the Kaleidos Sci-Fi Green, the Futurism 1 palette. It was barely touched when we brought it into this project, and it was kind of just like incentive for me to get more use out of the Sci-Fi Green palette. It was rolled into my Pan Those eyeshadows at the time, but we've been making just some steady progress in the product. And this is what that shade is looking like today. I'm really hoping, and I think you can, because on my monitor, you definitely can tell, there is a dip going in this product. It's a very targeted dip, and I don't care. I don't care that it's a targeted dip, because I think that's the only way that I'm going to possibly hit pan in this. And I use the same style brush every single time I use it. It's just like a really small smudger brush. I pick up the tiniest amount of product, I tap the living heck out of it, and then I use it on the lash line. That is literally the only way I've been using this. The next item was actually for the same prompt. I rolled the Spotlight a Panner prompt twice this go around in this project, and for that I ended up I had just watched Rebecca Morgan's Project Pan update. Like, I don't remember what month this was at this point, maybe her April update for her Project Pan, and she had just finished a mini Cover FX custom enhancer drop. And that really inspired me to get more use out of my custom enhancer drops. I ended up rolling this guy in. I don't think it was the same shade that Rebecca was panning in her project, but I have a full size, I had 2 full sizes of some Cover FX custom enhancer drops. This is not the original packaging. Normally it's a little dropper. My droppers broke, so I decanted it into this airless pump that used to be a primer. And I ended up reaching for this one 27 times this past month. I reach for this every single time I do my makeup. Every single time I do my makeup, this goes on in some capacity because I mix it with my primer. I slap it all over the face. I love it. I love it so much. The prior month's progress was way more impressive than this month's progress. This month we were at that green line and now we're up here. And I think part of the reason is because this was an airless pump and I had to push the product down and then put the product in it. I probably had an air bubble in here. I know my goal for this was only to use it 50 times because I thought that finishing this was like totally unattainable. I actually surpassed the 50 use mark because I used it a bunch of times this month. So I'm actually able to roll this out, but I think this is going to be something where I'm going to work on it on the back end, like in my own time, just because I've been enjoying it so much. I'm like, I pan other things in the background. Like I'm almost done with like a primer. Like, so there's a lot of things that I'm just like, okay, well, like I'm making good progress. Why need to stuff it into a project, you know? The next product that we have to talk about, I vaguely remember this. It was like, so I think I pulled like a 7 of diamonds and I could swap it with any of the 7 or change suit. That was what it was. I could change suit. So I ended up changing suits. I ended up picking this guy here, which is a gloss from Morphe and Sour Patch Kids. This is a gift that my husband gave me a couple years ago. He got me the whole Sour Patch collection because he knows I'm a stan for Sour Patch Kids. So he ended up getting me this and I'm not done with it yet, but I'm making incredible progress and I'm going to apologize because this lives in my work bag. So it just like gets tossed around all the time and I just pulled it out. So there's really not much product in this product. I can definitely still use it. I think it's going to last me probably up until the end of the month. I don't remember what the something with boring packaging. That was what it was. So this was something with boring packaging and I picked this guy here, which is my e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. You can see I've actually repressed something in there and wrote what it was down here. So this is my e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette and I was working on the bottom left-hand shade in here. I think last month is when we rolled this in. So here is what it was looking like when we rolled it in. And if there was any updates, it'll be in the little slideshow too, but I think it's only been in for 1 month. This is what the palette is looking like now. So we were working on this bottom left shade in this project this past time. So this is just kind of like my working cream palette anymore. I'm annoyed that the packaging is broken, which is kind of why I want to get this expeditedly out of my collection. So I'm looking forward to the day when this is completely used up, but it is rolling out of the project now. I don't remember what this, I have legitimately no idea what this was for, but it'll be on the screen for whatever the prompt was. I ended up rolling in this guy here, which is my Kaleidos Space Age highlighter. This is in the shade Mars Melter. This is a really nice like blush topper for me because it is such a deep color. So this is what we were looking like when we rolled it in, and if there was any other progress, you'll see it there too. But this is what we are looking like in that highlight now. And I'm annoyed because my packaging is actually broken, which is super annoying. My goal was to hit pan in it, and y'all, do you see that? She's substantial. It's actually really, first of all, let me just say, the Kaleidos highlights like this are not super deep. There's not a whole lot of product in them. I find them pretty easy to hit pan in. This one, not as much. This one's a little bit flakier, which is kind of why I was able to hit pan. But I did use this as like an eyeshadow topper if I was kind of wanting my look to match a little bit more to my cheeks. I just tapped a little bit of this on top of whatever my eye look was and kind of created a little bit more fluidity in my makeup look. The next one I ended up rolling was the Joker. I got the Joker and what a predicament that was. And I ended up rolling in a shade from my Colourpop Going Coconuts. I ended up rolling in the first shade of the palette into this project. It's the shade Shredded. It's just a matte neutral, fleshy kind of tone. So here's what it was looking like when we first rolled it in last month. This is what Shredded is looking like now, and I haven't actually looked at my comparison, but my gut's telling me it expanded. So this was a nice kind of like, this is going to be challenging yet achievable. And the last product that we had, I don't exactly know what the prompt was, but I ended up pulling a bunch of singles from Clionadh and putting them in this magnetic case, and my goal was to just touch all of the shades that were in here. So it was really just a no pan left behind, but with only like this amount of shades. I do have more Clionadh shades than this, not that much more. So I'm actually doing really well in this, but I have not met the goal of touching every single shade in here. I still need to touch this, this, and this. So these 4 products are rolling over to next month, but we do have 3 products that are rolling out. I'm nervous. I'm going to pull up the game board. I'm going to be right back. I have my game board pulled up. I have my deck of cards that we watched me shuffle earlier. We got 3 things to pick for. Old method, which was just fan them out and pick a card. So this one, a Queen of... This project hates me this year. That's an in it for the long haul. Come to... The next prompt is going to be the... No, this project hates me. This is add another product. All right, so we're going to pick 2 more prompts for that now. This project really hates me. I have to add another product. So instead of two more, I now have to pick 3 more cards rather than 2. 3 more cards. 1 more card is going to be the 3 of Hearts, and that is something that has pan in it already. Okay, I can do that. The next, let me shuffle. Maybe I gave myself some bad juju with this. 2 more prompts now. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to drop these. This one, oh my gosh, I'm going to drop them all, is the 10 of Hearts, and that is a bronzer. That's not bad. Any guesses what I'm going to put in that one? I'm shuffling this one more time because I was like dropping it. So 1 more prompt for this project. Please don't be a joker. Oh my. Okay, thank God it's a king. Affordable. Cool. I'm going to go figure out these, mull over my life choices on why I'm doing this project, and I'm going to be back with my selections in a jiff. I made decisions. I don't know how I feel about them. I don't know what order I rolled these in at, so we're just going to talk about them in order. I think my first prompt was the Queen of Spades, which was in it for the long haul. I'm picking this guy here. This is a Fenty cream, Fenty Gloss Bomb cream thing. This is in the shade Candy Milk. Not my favorite shade, if I'm being honest. And do I think that I'm competing? No, because this one is going to be very back burner for me. I don't like this shade that much because the cream formula is a little bit more opaque. And when I say a little bit, I mean it's more opaque. I'm nervous because I don't need a lot of this, and I don't wear this when I have like very minimal makeup because it has such a pigment to it. 100 uses. We'll try for 100 uses. I believe the next one we rolled in was the 3 of Hearts, and that was for something that has pan in it already. And for that, I'm picking this guy here. This has been something that I've been wanting to finish up for a while now. I was working on it a little bit this year, just like, again, on the back burner. But this has a huge pan in it, So I'm going to do a 50 use goal on this one too. The next item, I think, was this guy here, and that was the 10 of Hearts was for a bronzer. Did you guys guess? Did you guys make guesses? Was your guess this? Because that's what it is. I'm just trying to finish this up, so why not continue to track the use and see the pan grow. Then the last prompt we had was for the King of Diamonds, which ends up being, it actually is Luke Skywalker, by the way. And if you were curious, the queen is Padme, like the middle 3 movies. So there's that. I am going to roll this guy in here. This is in a NYX Faux White Liner. Does anyone remember when these like came out many years ago? I have one. This is the only one I have, and it's in the shade White Smoke, which is just a nice lilac kind of color. Really soft purple color. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this, and I don't want that to be my goal. I think what I'm going to do, because it's kind of a nice little spot, is right here where it says NYX Professional Makeup. I want to get to the eye. All right, this black line is going to be my goal line. That is where I would like to finish. That is like an inch of product. That is it for this update. I am going to be working on 8 products now. I keep rolling +1s in. What is going on? I keep getting in it for the long hauls. I don't understand. I don't understand. Is anyone else having as bad luck in this project as I am? Totally fine. It is what it is. I am taking a more relaxed approach to my year-long project pan, and I'm not panning as many things this year. So this is the only project that's getting compounded with more and more items every month. Totally fine, because again, I am taking it much more minimally in my other projects this year, which is so great. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Until then, I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!